Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Kishala. Hope you all are doing well. So recently, couple of weeks back, I have shared a Google Doc where I asked you all to, ask me any questions so that I can answer them in one of the Q&A video that I am going to plan. So there are a lot of questions that has come, and not only through that Google form. People are asking me a lot of questions in my Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and even the comments of different videos that I used to make. So I thought, initially I had a plan like I will take all the questions through this Google form that I have shared, and I will make one or two videos discussing them. But later I realized that when you people are asking me a lot of questions and I try to answer them immediately. Suppose you ask me a question in the video comment section, I try to answer them immediately there. But sometimes I personally feel that answering them in 2-3 sentences may not be sufficient. Rather than I should discuss about it thoroughly, and for that I should make a video. Now the problem is that I can't make separate video for each of the questions. That's not possible. So what I'm planning is that from this week onwards till the GATE exam, I will try to make a Q&A video each week, Sunday specifically, where I will take questions from that particular week. Whatever questions you people ask, you can ask me question anywhere in the community sections. When I'm posting, you can ask there as a comment. You can ask me the question in the comment of the video sections also. You can ask me question in LinkedIn. If somebody is connected in my page or my Facebook profile, you can ask me there also. So I'll be collecting all the questions in a particular week, and I'll make a video at the end of the week explaining like around 5 to 6 or 10 questions in a particular video, so that it will be helpful for all people, because I know that many people has similar kind of questions, and if I discuss them in detail, it will be helpful for all of them. So from this week onwards, on Sunday I am trying to make a Q&A session, so where I'll be discussing a few of the questions, so that it will be helpful for all the aspirants. So this is the first video. This is the first Q&A video I'm starting from this week. So please do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications regularly. So without further ado, let's start with today's Q&A session. Yeah, so first question is by Vikas Sharma. So I have covered only 4 subjects, that are C, data structure, digital electronics, and TOC half, and doing aptitude side by side. Now I am in dilemma. Should I complete 2 subjects more this month, or should I go with the subject that I have prepared till now? So I think this is the question I think many people have, that they have just completed few parts of the GATE syllabus, not the whole GATE syllabus, and what they should do. So I have made recently a video regarding the last 2 months strategy of GATE preparation, where I have discussed about this one. So if you haven't completed the full syllabus, so take this December month to complete whatever possible, whatever the other subject that you want to complete. Just take this December month and complete it, and then at the end of December stop it. Don't go for covering subjects in January. So whatever you can cover by the December end, do that, and then go start revising those subjects, solve the previous year questions from those particular subjects that you are completing, and start giving mock test. So take this month, this December month, whatever 15 to 20 days that is remaining, take it to complete whatever the subjects that is possible to complete, and then from January start revising and practicing previous year questions and giving mock tests. That will be I think the best strategy that is possible. Next question is by Rohit. So how to revise effectively? I feel bored, and for the first chapter I revise very well, and remaining are not as good as first. And how after completing many subjects, how to revise, and after how many days one should revise. So basically his point is regarding revision of the subjects, and how many days after, within how many days interval you should take revision all. So what I suggest is that when you are revising, it's not possible you to revise again chapter wise. Then it will take almost same time what it takes to complete the subject. So what you should do is you should make a short note or summary note of the particular subject. So suppose there are 10 chapters in a particular subject, so make 1 page or 2 page summary note of each chapter. So the volume of your summary note will be like 15 to 20 page. So when you are revising, revise that particular summary note or short note, and in that particular short note don't have anything of that particular chapter, rather than having the having the important points, like suppose if you take an algorithm, suppose if you are going for graph algorithms, so just have the complexities, the basic of what are the algorithms are doing and all. So have that thing in your summary, short note or summary copy, so that when you are revising, you just see all the important things of that particular chapter, and that is sufficient for your revision. So in this mid of preparation, when you are giving mock test, when you are practicing previous year question also, that time you can't invest a lot of time to revise. So make a short note or summary copy, so that you can use it for your revision purpose. But before GATE exam, when you will be taking your final revision, then again go chapter by chapter, because that time you need a thorough revision of your all the concepts. So that time no need to follow the summary note or short note. That time you go again to the book and revise it. But in the mid time, like this period, December, January, when you are doing a lot of things, so you don't have that much time. So just follow your short note copy and do the revision. And regarding this, after how many days you should revise it. So basically, generally people say that when you are studying a new concept, so you should do a revision within 20 days. So just allocate some time within 20 days to go back and read whatever you have studied, whatever new things you have studied, so that you can make a revision, and that will be helpful for you. Next is surveys. I will graduate in 2022, though I will be appearing for GATE CSE in 2023. Coming from EC background, I don't have much prerequisite with topics from CSE. So can you please recommend some references to start with? So if somebody is coming from non-CSE background, so I personally think that first thing you need to do is, so for CSE, what are the resources that is there for those 10 subjects that is in GATE syllabus, that you first need to identify. So I have made a video regarding my GATE preparation strategy. So that video will be coming into the I button, so you can go there, and in the description section I have mentioned whatever the resources that I have used for my preparation. So you can go and check it out. Or also you can see other videos in YouTube. There are a lot of resources available online. You can take a coaching also if needed. So this is how you have to prepare, and this is how you need to go through all those 10 subjects as of now. So for cracking GATE, preparing for those 10 subjects is important. So just go through those 10 subjects well, solve the previous year questions, give mock test. This is how you have to prepare for GATE CSE, whatever year you want to appear. But after that, I am saying that if you want to come into CSE from EC background, so the main thing that you have to prepare is coding. So after completing your GATE, so you should prepare for coding, and a decent amount of coding is needed. I'm not saying that you have to be a competitive coder. Decent amount of coding you have to prepare before you will join MTech in CSE, because I have seen many people struggling in coding who have come from a non-CSE background. So that you have to do. And coding, there are a lot of websites are nowadays, so you can refer any of them. So these are the things that you need to do. So if you are coming from a non-CSE background, so first try to crack the GATE in CSE, and then have a decent amount of practice in coding, so that when you will be joining any of the IITs or wherever for your MTech, so you don't feel any kind of problem regarding the coding skill. Next is by Ayan Singhai. I am not able to prepare the CSO or COA subject. I can't understand the concepts well and finding it very difficult to solve the questions. Few concepts like cache memory and pipeline I am able to understand. Rest I am finding it very difficult. Should I just leave it or just do the PYQs of it? Same problem with the subjects like TOC. And also please tell the preparation strategy of ISRO entrance exam. What extra should I cover along with the GATE preparation? So yeah, I understand that computer architecture and organization, this subject is very difficult to understand, and there are very limited resources available in the market, so that you understand everything by reading a book or reading a lecture. So that is not possible. So what you can do is, like, whatever you understand, this cache memory pipeline you are saying, just try to solve the previous year questions of that particular two topics, because these two are most important topic for computer architecture. So if you see the previous year questions also, so at least one or two questions you're finding from this particular two topics. And if you leave the rest also, so you might be having two more questions from the rest of the part, because there can be maximum 6 to 8 marks from this particular subject. So just try to cover whatever the previous year question is there, or whatever other questions is there regarding these two particular topics, that is cache memory and pipeline, and leave the rest of it, because it's difficult and there is very limited time to cover up everything, understand everything and all. Similarly for TOC also, automotive theory, you can do the similar thing. Whatever you understand, just go with it and try to solve the previous year questions. You can try to learn a bit till this month end and see how much you can cover. But if it is too much difficult, leave it. Focus on the other subjects that is there, because if you do well in the other 8 subjects that is there, that is enough to have a good grade rank. So don't get worried. Whatever you can cover from this particular 2 topic, just do that. Solve the previous year question from those topics and try to do well in the other 8 subjects that is there, and that will be sufficient. And finally, regarding ISRO written test strategy, so I'll be making a separate video for that, and that will come very soon. So please wait and refer to that video when it will come. So I'll be discussing in detail about that in that particular video. So please wait for that particular video, and you can refer them once the video will be up. Next question is by Sandy, and this is the last question for this particular session. So what you want to summarize from your multiple failures in GATE exam, and give some tips so that everyone can avoid those mistakes and get a good GATE rank in single attempt. Now this is a very good question, and Sandy has rightly pointed out that there are a lot of mistakes I was incurring in those 4 attempts. And I personally believe that when I say that I have cracked GATE after my 4th attempt, so people think that it's not possible to crack GATE coming from a tier 3 or tier 4 colleges, doing job parallelly. It's not possible, but it's possible. There are many students who has done it, and they have cracked GATE in single attempts or second attempt, and it's very much possible. And I was doing really some very bad mistakes. That's why it took me 4 attempts to crack the GATE. So first of all, I will say that in my first 2 attempts, the main concern was that I was not, it took me some time to figure out that what are the resources I should follow for these 10 subjects. So after completing my BTech, my basics was not that good for these 10 subjects. Like I was not good in probability, I was not good in computer architecture, and there are so many subjects I was not good actually. So when I started in 2013, so it took me some time, like around 2 years, to figure out what are the resources I should follow. And things are not that smooth that time. In 2013, that the internet was not that fast. Things are not so much available that time than what is available now. So I used to follow NPTEL lectures, and again NPTEL also not available. You need to download it, and if you don't have Wi-Fi, so there are a lot of issues are there. So in the first 2 attempts, it took me some time to realize what are the resources that is available. Even that time gate overflow also was not there. So you can understand how difficult it was to find out the proper resources there. So for the first 2 attempts, like 14 and 15, so I only prepared the subjects, solved the previous year questions, and appear for the GATE. I didn't give any mock tests or anything. I mean, I have given 2 or 3, but like that was not sufficient that time. So that was my first 2 attempts, and 2015 my rank was 800. The main mistakes happened in my 3rd attempt, that is 2016, when my preparation was good. I had taken a coaching from one of the coaching institutions. I was giving a lot of mock tests. I was doing well also. But the problem was I was not analyzing the mock test. Whenever I have failed in a mock test, so I used to avoid them, and I used to appear for the next mock test, and I used to do well. So like suppose today morning I gave a mock test and I couldn't do well. So again in the evening I used to give a mock test, and if I am doing very good in that particular mock test, I was completely forgetting the mock test that I have given in the morning, and I was not analyzing that why my score was pretty low in the mock test that I have given in the morning. So that was the mistakes, and I was not analyzing what was my weak area, what are my strong areas, why I am doing the mistakes, what are the silly mistakes I am doing. So this was very crucial, and I am again pointing out this particular concern again and again in all my videos, that you have to analyze your mock test. Otherwise there must be some loopholes that you are missing. So this was the mistake that I did in 2016, that I was giving a lot of mock tests, but I was not analyzing this, so I didn't have any idea what are the silly mistakes I'm doing and all of the other things. So that's why I failed in 2016, and I rectified it in the next attempt, that is 2017, and I have done it in 2017. So these are the mistakes. I would say that you have to first figuring out what are the resources that you have to follow, and then you have to solve the previous year questions, and then you have to give the mock test. So all these three, if you can manage within 1 year, it's very much possible that you can crack the gate with a single attempt. You don't need like 2-3 attempts or 4 attempts like me. It's not needed. So just follow these steps and prepare, so that you can do well in your first attempt. So that's it. That's it of the first Q&A session of my channel, and I have covered 5 questions in this particular video. So because each question will take at least 2-3 minutes to discuss, so I can't take more than 5 to 6 questions per session. So you people, please keep on asking questions, whatever is there. So the link of that Google form I'll be giving in the description, or maybe you can ask in the comment section also. I'll try to answer immediately, and if that question is very interesting, I can bring it to the Q&A section and discuss also. So please ask me questions, and each Sunday I'll be coming up with a Q&A session, so that I can cover all of your questions that is there, and try to answer them, so that you will get to know about whatever doubt you have. So that's it, guys. That's it about today's video. I hope you like the video, and if you like it, please like it, so that this video will get more reach. And if you are new to this particular channel, so please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon, so that you get all the notifications regularly. That's it, guys. That's it about today's video. I'll be meeting in the next video. Until then, bye.